How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews. Little Fort George up in this piece, baby. Their three-way IPA. Yes, this is a India Pale Ale, coming at 7.3%. And on the bottom here, it says business hours are over, NZ. New Zealand hops, maybe, in this thing. This was canned 8/02/21 at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was can, I assume, number 133. This looks like it's a collaboration with Moonraker Brewing Company. This limited edition seasonal is a collaboration between Moonraker Brewing, Varietal Beer Co. and Fort George. FortGeorgeBrewery.com/3-way. And it's 3-way. Listen. This beer comes courtesy of Devore. Thank you very much. So I have to say it. I can't not say it. I used to do a radio show, and we interviewed the head brewer from Fort George Brewing. This is 8 years ago, maybe. And I asked straight up. I was like, they never made a hazy IPA. I'm like, will you ever? I'm like, you don't make hazies. I mean, will you ever make a hazy IPA? He said, never. We will never, ever make a hazy IPA. I gotta say it, because it's been for I reviewed a couple of Fort George beers since then, and it's been like stouts and stuff like that. And this is the first beer I'm doing that's an IPA, and that's a hazy IPA. That's not me making fun of the brewer. Who knows? He might not even be there anymore. I don't know if he was ownership or just a brewer. But times change, people's opinions change. Just because someone said that they wouldn't do something and then eventually did it, it's not like, oh, you're a sellout or you flip-flopped. No, you gain new information. You change the way you think. It's called evolution. So, but I have to say it. I should find a clip and put it. If I find a clip and I feel like putting it in, I will put it right here. And if nothing came, then I didn't go find a clip. Anyway, so yeah. Label-wise, it's kind of kooky. It reminds me of like I don't know, like a Beatles album or something like that. Kind of makes sense. Beer-wise, it looks like a triple IPA with how dark it is, the way the head's kind of reacting, kind of settling into itself, being super soapy and rocky in the edges. Definitely looks like a big old beer, but it's not. It's what did I say? 7 and change. 7.3. Yeah, it looks like a 9%. It looks like a triple IPA. Poured the whole thing in there like a dum-dum. Yeah, let's spill it everywhere. Let's do it even more. Let's spill everything everywhere because we're having fun. I'm the worst. I don't know why anybody watches me, to be honest with you. Because I do shit like this, probably. Because I'm a dummy. Anyway, let's get nose. I mean, that's OJ. That's OJ level stuff right there. I think this is going to be a big beer. Expression wise, it's gonna be like just bold and rich and just like giving me like a bit probably a little bit more sweetness than I would prefer. Just gonna come off as a big rich old hazy. Yeah, OJ all the way, man. Just big, huge, rich OJ juiciness. I couldn't even tell you if there's anything else in it, just how vibrant OJ is. So we're just gonna dive in. Cheers. Fort George, don't hate on yourself for never wanting to make one of these, because you did a damn good job of it. Man, I pegged this beer from the pour and how it looked as like a residual sugar. Big, one-note sweet kind of OJ thing. It's OJ to the max, but it is actually probably less sweet than you'd expect from the nose and what it looks like. It's sweet. It's a New England style IPA. It's going to be sweet. I'm not calling it not sweet. But man, that's really delicious. It's got a little bit. If I'm going to sit here and nitpick, so it's OJ. Let's talk about the beer instead of me just talking about the random edges. Nice mouthfeel. Nothing overly kind of super soft, silky, or turbid. But in no way is it a kind of thin mouthfeel. Orange to the max. Like, it stopped short of being like tang orangina, but in a very fun way. I'm not pooping on it in any stretch. I actually really enjoy it. Soft little generic bittering. I'm not going to sit here and say that's like a wonderful component, but it's absolutely 100% needed, because if not, it's just going to be sweet on sweet on sweet and just go in one direction. And just drinks really well. That fruity orange kind of lingers. The only thing I would nitpick this beer is it's probably like towing the line of being just before I start complaining about carbonic acid. That's the only thing I would complain about this beer. But it doesn't get there. So it's not one of those things where it's like, carbonic acid. It just ruins the beer because of how much it is and how much it should. No, it's not there. But they're definitely, without a doubt, kind of trying to enhance this beer a little bit with a bit of carbonic acid. But they're doing it in a really smart way where they're just before they kind of tumble over that overdone kind of line in a very fun way. This is really tasty stuff. Honestly, if you're telling me I can get this in a 4-pack at $16, the $18, I don't want to say $18. It should be $12, but today's market, COVID, whole nine, 16, 15, $18. I picked this up. I am not sad. Now, 7% IPAs isn't something I drink a ton of. I prefer this in a single serving kind of thing. You know, I have one can of this from Tavor. It's going to be perfect serving amount for me. If I had a 4-pack, I'd probably drink one more of these and maybe give the other 2 away just to friends so they could try it, kind of thing. Just because I'm not a big higher ABV kind of guy. But this is really tasty stuff. I'm going to have to go back and find that clip now. Just to put it in there. This is as a funny haha kind of thing. Like I said, it's not me making fun of Fort George. Because if they didn't make a hazy IPA, I would make fun of them, because it would be like you're just, cutting off your nose to spite your face at that point. But for a brewery to go from that stance, or I shouldn't say brewery, for a representative of the brewery to keep that stance, because again, don't know if the same person is there, and to get to this level of hazy is very cool. So, and to the other collaborators, there it is, which is Moonraker and Varietal Beer Company. Good on you guys. This is really tasty stuff. Is this one of the better double IPAs I've had as of late? Or single IPA, because that's probably what it is. Yeah. High up there. It's not Mount Rushmore scent. It's not reinventing the IPA, but it's really tasty stuff. Value availability, no idea. Let me know what you paid for this. Off the shelf at the brewery from Tavor. Any information would be very much appreciated. And, leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like OJ leaning, rich IPAs that, drink their weight class, if not a little bit bigger, in a very tasty way, you'll dig this. And if you like weird kind of Beatles album like covers on IPAs, instead of the Walrus, it's a Penguin. Yeah, you'll like this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. You find those old episodes in there from the radio show. I interviewed Fort George. I've already told you that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of collab beer right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers.